Good morning. I'm Kofi Mensah and this is chale.news. July 24th and Ghana's parliament descended into rival chants after the mid-year budget. A 12-year-old girl is dead after a rainstorm flattened her home in Yendi. And $55 million in World Cup money with nothing to show for it. Let's get into it. We've been watching the mid-year budget closely, and after Finance Minister Forson delivered it on Wednesday, Parliament didn't just debate. It erupted. Minority MPs in black chanted, "Free Wontumi." The majority fired back, "Bring Ken back." Desk-banging rival chants full theatre, that's where we are. The minority's verdict on the budget itself? A Kwashiorkor document, big in volume, empty in nutrition. MP Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam says it's all propaganda, no delivery on jobs or welfare. Brutal line. And honestly, hard to argue when the opposition has a soundbite that sharp. Forson's response to the underspending criticism: "I'm not stingy. The NPP's IMF deal is." The $3 billion program legally binds Ghana to a 1.5% GDP primary surplus. With a 10.8 billion Ghanaian cedis debt coupon due in August, his room to maneuver is genuinely tight. That context matters. The most concrete thing to come out of the budget for ordinary Ghanaians, cocoa farmers specifically. A new COCOBOD Bill will legally guarantee them at least 70% of the gross FOB export price. First time that floor gets written into law. For hundreds of thousands of farming families, that's not a small thing. And on infrastructure, the Accra-Kumasi Expressway now has $1.7 billion sitting in a dedicated Bank of Ghana account, ring-fenced until the contract is awarded. Procurement starts September, engineering designs due by end of August. The money's locked. Now we watch whether the timeline holds. Full breakdown on chale.news. Back to Wontumi, and this legal analysis is damning. He was already serving 20 years for illegal mining at Samraboy. When it emerged, he re-entered the same forest reserve without valid leases or mining permits. That's criminal conviction plus civil trespass. 3 separate court proceedings at the same site over a decade. Systemic failure doesn't begin to cover it. This one is heartbreaking. A rainstorm hit Yendi in the northern region in the early hours of Wednesday. 12-year-old Asana was asleep when her family's home collapsed around her. She didn't make it. More than 40 houses destroyed, dozens of families displaced. Residents are urgently calling for relief. Across the border, a story that should shake every education authority in West Africa. A 17-year-old Guinean student with sickle cell disease was jailed for allegedly using his phone during a national exam and died days later with no proper medical care in detention. His father wants answers, so should we all. Ghana has earned at least $55 million in FIFA World Cup prize money since 2006. 5 tournaments. No publicly linked infrastructure to show for it. Now add 68 million Ghanaian cedis in confirmed public spending on the 2026 campaign alone. The accountability questions aren't just mounting, they're overdue. Full analysis on chale.news. Better news from the women's game. The Black Queens demolished Malawi 4-0 in Casablanca. Doris Boadua with a hat-trick. Sharon Sampson added a 4th. WAFCON 2026 is coming and Ghana is arriving in form. Joseph Opoku, 20 years old, 2 months since his first Black Stars cap, has signed a 4-year deal with Swansea City in the Championship. 10 goals, 34 appearances for Zulte Waregem last season. The kids going places. Washington's tariff wave, 10 to 12.5% on about 60 countries including China, the EU, India and the UK, doesn't target Ghana directly. But those are Ghana's biggest trade partners. Rising import costs, shifting commodity demand. The shockwaves reach Accra whether we're on the list or not. WHO Director General Dr. Tedros flew into Accra and told President Mahama to his face. Ghana's health model is one other African countries are already copying. Free primary care in 150 districts, the Ghana Medical Trust Fund. Other nations are coming here to learn. That's a serious stamp of approval. Presidents Mahama and Tanzania's Samia Hassan met in Accra Wednesday. Ghana is offering Tanzania its Gold Board model, the initiative that pulled in $15 billion in extra foreign exchange, as a template for mining reform. A permanent joint commission for cooperation is now agreed. To end on something that'll make you smile, Ghanaian designer Hashim had less than a week to ship his Flower Boy leather jacket from Accra to the World Cup halftime show. He didn't know who it was for. He missed the live broadcast. Then his phone started ringing. It was on Swae Lee. Accra on the global stage, Chale. That's your July 24th morning digest. I'm Kofi Mensah. Every story you just heard has more depth waiting at chale.news. See you tomorrow.